Prime Minister Gordon Darcy Lilo, welcome to Australia.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be invited as a guest to Australia.
As you took part in the official ceremony of welcome, did you reflect on the last decade of the journey of the Solomon Islands?
Oh, absolutely. It was a moving ceremony because it shows the commitment that Australia has on Solomon Islands, and to bring the Prime Minister of Solomon Islands to the Parliament forefront to be welcomed by the Federation Guard is a real honour.
The Regional Assistance Mission to the Solomon Island, known as RAMSI, is winding down. What were the context of the discussions you held today with the Prime Minister?
Well, we have looked into. We're quite satisfied with the development so far and leading up to the 10th anniversary of RAMSI. But the focus is more on beyond RAMSI after 10 years. What should we do? And I think looking at the way that the discussions have been held by both governments in the past, we are well focused on developing a new partnership into the future.
How will the RAMSI drawdown work from your perspective?
We are saying that it has to be task-bound, but the drawdown of the military is understandable. And then we have to get ourselves engaged into a more development kind of a defense cooperation, with a cooperation that is helping the country, to, for instance, on maritime surveillance exercises that will keep, the engagement in the on the ground more, and keep the stability situation on the ground. But on the whole, I believe that the drawdown of the military, which will happen towards the end of next year, or in the second half of 2013, will create a space for a better engagement on a development front.
Are you talking about the aid program?
Well, I mean, Australia has given a commitment to continue with certain civilian component of the RAMSI program into the bilateral program. And the discussion that, we have held with so far in mapping up, the path for future partnership will, for instance, focus on service delivery, economic infrastructure, and so forth, which is basically building up the broader economic capacity of the country to be able to create a good, appropriate environment for better economic development, improve the livelihoods of the people.
One of the challenges that's been discussed is the fact that the international policing operation during RAMSI had so many resources into the international police that the local police became, by definition, less powerful and perhaps less respected by the local people, particularly outside of Honiara. Can you comment on that?
The engagement is to restore the centre, and restoration of the organisation of the institution in the centre is so critical in ensuring that we build up a strong capacity to be able to deliver to the outlying islands. And I guess, people need to look at it from that angle rather than bringing in, the smaller consideration of the remote islands into the picture and ignoring the significance of building up a central or the institutions, to be able to deliver the policing, to the remote areas.
One of the issues under great discussion in Australian politics right now is what's known as the Pacific Solution, where Nauru and Papua New Guinea are accepting asylum seekers from Australia and they'll be processed in those countries. What's the position of the Solomon Islands, and did you discuss this with the Prime Minister or the opposition leader?
No, it wasn't raised with me. But we would be, we are friends, and if the need arises into the future, these are issues that can be well handled, discussed, and candidly addressed at the appropriate time into the future.
It's nearly 12 months that you've been in the job as Prime Minister, having taken over in somewhat controversial circumstances. You resigned in the previous government. What are the major challenges now ahead for you?
Growing the economy, that's the most important thing. If we put our focus in ensuring that the economy of the country is strengthened, we broaden the base of the economy, I believe that we can create a good opportunity for the people to enjoy good livelihood, where they can earn a good living, make a good productive use of their organization, whether in terms of where opportunities exist in employment or in their own local environment, where they can utilize the resources that is available to venture into enterprising and commercial activity. That all build up a good capacity, empower the people and the households to be able to plan good living.
The first Pacific workers from Solomons are due in Australia perhaps by November?
Absolutely. I mean, these are the kind of arrangement that will offer a good opportunity for families to be able to earn income, create better living, address the challenges of meeting education, health, and a strong community. And at the same time, it presents a good opportunity for the economy to be able to earn a good foreign exchange and strengthen the economy of the country.
Prime Minister, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to be interviewed. Thank you so much.